We are about to start the application for the diversity visa lottery, and today we have one person who is planning to apply for the diversity visa lottery. So what is the best way to do than to bring someone who is going to be applicant to answer all the questions this wonderful applicant has. Welcome to the EBM Scholars Show.
Thank you so much, appreciate.
Will you start by introducing yourself and where are you from?
Okay, my name is Faragia. I'm from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I live here and I work here, and I've been a good friend of Ernest or EBM Scholar channels for a long time. So, and I'm so grateful to be here and to get this opportunity to be on this such kind of interview.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to have you on my show.
Thank you so much.
And I know you are one among the millions of people who will be applying for the upcoming diversity visa lottery.
Exactly.
So I usually answer so many questions. So I want to give you the opportunity to ask any question related to the diversity visa lottery, and I will be responding.
Okay. First of all, for helping others, I would like to know first of all what is DV lottery and how does it work and how to apply and everything about that. That is my first question in order to help the person who is watching this for the first time.
Yes, that's a very, very good question because we have been talking about green card lottery.
Yeah.
But what is a green card first of all?
Yeah.
That will be the first thing people should know.
Okay.
So the term is just, that is a nickname. But basically green card is a permanent residency status. So you are allowed to simply say live and work in the United States without any extra requirement of work authorization. Okay. So there are different ways on why or how one person can get the green card. For instance, myself, I got a green card through marriage. If you marry American citizen, you are allowed to process and get a green card. If you are asylum, refugee, you are certain type of work, they can sponsor you. Okay. But the US government also introduced the 1990s, the diversity visa lottery, or DV lottery. So it's a lottery system to give opportunity to countries with less number of immigrants. By less, I mean less than 50,000 people with a green card in the last 5 years. And the green card by employment or work. If maybe country A has less than those people, there is going to be eligible to apply. So overall, it's just to bring diversity in America. That's why they call diversity visa lottery. Okay. And it's free of charge. That's why we encourage people to apply. Okay. It's free to apply, but if you win, it's not free because you have to pay for the visa fee, you have to pay for the medical, but you have nothing to lose by applying. It is a purely lottery. Whether you have PhD, whether you have 50 years of work experience, whether you are primary school, it doesn't matter. It is a purely a random selection. So people should apply. I know some people have been applying, maybe this is their 4th year, 5th year, someone on 13th year, that's the person who won. Yeah. So don't lose hope, is to keep applying. So simple way, if you win, you get it, you come to America, you'll be allowed to work to almost any employer. Mostly exception with the US government, because most of the US government job federal, you have to be a US citizen, but majority of any job you can apply and you can work and you can have many hours as you want without any problem. Okay.
As for me, I've been thinking of this, I've been hearing about this issue of DV lottery, and I've been thought like it's just a scam. So again, to help someone who is listening, like, is this a scam or is this a thing that you have to pay before doing the application, or what? I would like for someone to understand about this.
Yes, so that, there are so many people are getting scammed.
Yeah.
And if you go to the Google search and you type green card lottery, you will find thousands and thousands of searches, but majority are fake. Okay. There is one easy way to identify whether this is fake or not fake. If you go to website of the green card lottery application, any website which doesn't end with the domain, the last word, it's just supposed to be .gov, means .government. That is the domain for the US government. Any website without the GOV, that is not a government website. It means you are going to the scam. If you go right now, they say, oh, go and apply this time. You are going to apply to the safi.com or .org.net. Those are the fake websites. And all other fake websites, they will tell you to pay, even if it's $2, will guarantee you to win. But no one guarantees you to win. It is a lottery, free of charge. Don't pay online, whether it's $1, because assume 1 million people are paying him or her, the person $1. You see, it's a small amount of money, but in totality, it will be $1 million in the end. So there is a free of charge, and the one way to identify is a government website ending by .gov, and the website, the full website is www.dvprogram.state.gov. The V program stands for Diversity Visa Program. State stands for Department of State, which is in charge of operating that one. And .gov means .US government, the website of the US government. And even if, let's say, you have to pay, is when you win, and not just winning. When you go to the visa interview, you will pay by cash at the US Embassy. Not Western Union, not MasterCard, not Visa card. You pay by cash at the US Embassy the day of the interview. Exactly. And another thing to know that this is fake or not fake, the fake one, they will send you email that you have won, or it's time to apply. US government doesn't have that stupid time to email you. They don't email anybody about it's time to apply or you have won. If you applied, you apply to the main website, and each year is from the month of October until the month of November, the first week up to the first week of November. That is the application time. The actual dates, before the end of September, they are announcing the actual dates for someone to be able to apply. So you check the results from the same website, you apply from the same website. Okay.
I know we have this short period until to apply for the DV lottery on October. So I would like you to share with someone who is listening right now what the things supposed to be done before October, so that he or she can be able to apply for DV lottery.
That's very good, because there are things you have to prepare yourself. Number one, obviously, you must have a passport. This is the requirement which was introduced in 2018, if not mistaken. And they need the valid passport, unexpired. Okay. But if you don't have the actual passport book, you need to have what we call the temporary passport. The temporary passport is the same like other passport, but this one also allows you to travel with it within your region. Okay. For instance, people from East Africa, they have their own passport. It's just like a piece of paper, like emergency passport. Yeah. You can use that one. West Africa, they have their own, but basically you must have a passport. If you apply without a passport, likely 100% I can guarantee you will be denied the visa, unless otherwise you meet the 3 exemptions, like you are stateless, which you are not, or you are from a communist country, or you have the waiver letter from the Department of State Secretary, which you don't have. So that's number one, you have a passport. Apply for the actual passport. They don't care about the backlog in your country and the COVID status. They don't care about that. You have to have a passport. Whether it's a passport book or a temporary passport, you must have that one. Another thing which is very, very crucial is the passport photo. The photo, in all other evidences, like all other documents, for instance, I'm giving you an example. If you say you are primary school or PhD, whatever, that one will not make you denied or what when you apply. But if the passport doesn't meet requirements, you are going to be denied right away before the selection. For instance, the background of your photo must be white. If it's not white, that's a problem. For instance, if you have a wig, you have like dreads like you are, but if you cover your ears, that's not allowed.
Like this.
Yes. If you wear glasses, you are not allowed to wear glasses nowadays. Again, 2018, they made that change. So you must make sure that there is no shadow. Background must be white. Problem is majority of countries' passport photos we use blue or red. But in the US we use white. So you have to know that another difference between the two. Another thing might be, even if the photo meets all the requirements, but if you upload and you put sideways, you are not allowed, you'll be denied. So there are so many requirements. So the photo, in my opinion, apart from the passport as a passport number, photo can make you win or not win. And there is one crazy instruction. They say, if you use the same photo you used in the previous DV lottery application, you'll be denied. So the better way, if you have the chance of taking the new photo, take it. Though I've seen some people use the old photo and they have won. Example, my nephew. I applied using the previous DV lottery photo and he won and he's in America at the moment. So, but overall, don't take these instructions lightly. They are very, very important. And especially another thing is for people who are not in their own countries or in their own city. If you have students, they are in another city, make sure they have the passport photos in advance. Don't apply, you say you don't have children while you have children. Don't say I'm not married while you are married. So, because you don't have the photo. Make sure that you have the photo of all the people who are supposed to be in your application. And if you are married, try to, you and your spouse, both to have passport, so that you can increase the chances by you applying as a main applicant and your spouse is applying as a main applicant, so that one of you, if the one of you wins, both of you and the children can be able to come to America.
Okay. Okay. Another question is, for how long does DV lottery started to be played and the deadline, so that someone else can understand and know about?
Yes. So usual is a full month. The actual dates, they are going to be announced soon, but usual is from the first week of October. Why the first week of October? Because October 1st is the new fiscal year for the United States of America. So while now we are in the year 2021, so technically October 1st for the government year, that is first day of the year 2022. So while because it's year 2022, you apply for the DV 2023. So that's how it is. So application is a full 1 month window. From the first week of October, the dates will be announced to the first week of November. That's another application. Okay. But let me clarify one thing, because some people, they think that applying for the DV lottery on the first day guarantees you to win. Whether you apply on the first day or on the last day, I don't advise you to apply on the last day, because what if the website is overwhelmed and overcrowded, you cannot be able to go through. But apply anytime. There is no problem, but don't say, oh, I have to apply on day one so that I can win.
Last minute.
Yeah. So the only thing avoid is the last day, because you can be surprised, but in the middle, just apply. And I advise people not to apply on the day one most of the time, because sometimes you might rush unless otherwise you have everything clear, because there is no way you can go and change the your application once it's submitted. Don't rush, you can make a mistake for the passport number. Don't rush and make the mistake of your name. Don't rush, because once you submit, you cannot go to do change or do another application. Yeah. Game over, yes. Okay.
Okay, then what next after applying DV lottery?
I usually tell people two things. Once you apply for the DV lottery, it is a lottery. The likelihood of being to be struck by the thunder is higher than win the DV lottery, because the chance is very, very complicated. So apply, continue with your life. That's number one. Yeah. Take the confirmation number, take a photo. Don't write with a pen, just take a photo. Send it on your own WhatsApp or on Facebook, wherever, on your email, have that one. And wait for the results. So the result, your application is November, beginning of the November, but the results is until the following year in the month of May. So between now and May, after applying, don't start saying goodbye to your friends before the results. I know you might be one among the people.
So, okay, so guys, you need to be active. You don't have to wait for the result, then just sitting and waiting for the result. You have to work, and you have to do a basic works that you obviously.
Life has to continue.
Yeah, so another question is, there is this, I don't know, is it a story or it's real? I would like to know, I myself, I need knowledge about this, about this issue of bank statements, like 6 months of your bank statement. I would like to know, and I would like to get some more information about it, because I've been hearing like you have to wait, you have to have 6 month bank statements so that it will be easier for you on your interview, like to prove like this person is, I don't know. I have a lot of words and a lot of stories about it. So would you please educate us?
I have good news for that. The people are confused, because the majority of people, they know about visa, or they tell you about the visa. they didn't go to the US Embassy through the lottery path.
Okay.
They went to the embassy, or they are going to the embassy maybe to visit it for education, for other reasons, which you call non-immigrant visa. The non-immigrant visa, all non-immigrant visa, yes, you need to show the bank statement. Okay. Yes, you have to prove that you will be coming back to your home country. Yes, you have to show the assets you have in your home country, which will attract you or will force you to come back. Yeah. But unlike the non-immigrant visa, green card lottery is a immigrant visa. That means they know you are going to US to stay there forever. You're going to be permanent for America. So they're not going to ask you, so will you come back to your home country? There's not that question. Because where is back? You are permanent for America. Even you are not allowed to be out of America for the full year. Yeah. Because they know you are permanent there. Yeah. So basically, green card, if you apply the visa through green card lottery, the thing you need to prove is the education or work experience. Okay. To meet that one and to prove that you're the one who applied and you don't have any criminal background. So those are the key. Okay. But the issue of bank statement, no. And at one time they introduced something called the public charge, but has been removed by the court. Yeah. That means they usually show to prove that if you go to America, you are not going to be homeless, you are not going to be dependent on the government, but that has been removed. But there are some few embassies, they will tell you to fill the form, is called affidavit of support. But if you have to fill that one, even if the request is not you, is the person in America to prove, to say that this person comes to America, if has any financial problem, I will be able to help. Okay. So that is the only thing will be different between, but you don't need to get the bank statement. No, there is no bank statement. Okay. And I usually tell people, green card lottery, if you go to the interview as the DV lottery winner, is the simplest and the quickest interview ever in the history of visas, because you don't need to prove anything else. It's just to show that you are the winner. You don't have crime, medical, that one, and then your education and everything. Then it's a guarantee to have that one. Okay.
Forward about the interview. I'm very interested about this, and I would like to know how are they going to. Okay, you already said that they'll use the emails to, because I had my contacts and emails on the form, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to interview at the embassy, what are the procedures and what should I do? I as an applicant, what should I do and what should I get ready for? Like, okay, how can I get ready for that? Like, preparing myself.
So after winning, there are 3 to 4 major steps. Step number 1, you check the results you have won. Okay. You are supposed to fill, that's what we usually say, oh, DSC-260, DSC-260. But that is a visa application form. If someone is going to the US as a student or visitor, is filling the form 160, non-immigrant. If you are the winner for the DV lottery, you fill the DSC-260, which is immigrant visa application form. So the first thing, you fill the application form. When you apply for the lottery, you just say, I have bachelor degree, I have primary education, I have master's. But if you win, now you are going to say, I went to University of KwaZulu-Natal, PO Box, this one, KwaZulu-Natal, I studied this particular program from this year to this year. If you say, I worked from, let's say, Exim Bank, you have to say, I worked from Exim Bank in the Dar es Salaam branch on this address from this day to this day, and this is my supervisor. So you, on the visa form, you are going to actually put exact work experience, and you're going to put exact education. So it's a very long form. And if you are married, that is when you are going to add the information of your spouse and the information of your children if you have children. And by children, not the child of your relative, is your biological child, or stepchild, or adopted. By adoption, must be a legal adoption by the court of law. Yeah. So you fill the form. Once you fill the form, you submit. Once you submit, you wait. Then there is something, there's offices called the Kentucky Consular Center, KCC. The KCC is in charge of processing people to be ready for the interview. So in that process, they will send you, at one point, they will send you the email, which is the email which you used to apply and the email you used to put in the DSC-260, the visa form, that send the following documents. So you have to submit the documents. And by documents, you are going to submit the birth certificate, If you are married, marriage certificate, passport page, police clearance, you have to, in any country you have lived for more than 6 months, you have to put that one. But for children under the age of 16, they don't need police clearance. So you have to send those documents. If you've been to the prison, you have to submit the prison document. You don't send education or work experience documentation up to that moment. They needed just a few documents. So you send it to the KCC, Kentucky Consular Center. Okay. Then there is another process, Kentucky Consular Center, or the Department of State, which is in charge of the visas, is sending something called a visa bulletin. So each month they are telling you, we are going to interview group from number, this one, maybe 1 to 2,000. So if your case number is the number you are given after winning, is between that range, that is when your month of application. So then they are sending you the email, your interview date is on this day at the local embassy in your country. So from that moment you go. So before you go to the interview, you are given the information 6 weeks at least before, so that you can do the medical checkup. You and your family, if you are coming with a family, and then from there, you will be going to the visa interview. So the same documents used for the KCC are the same documents, but in addition to that, you are going to add education and work experience documents. That's the documents which are different from the KCC, just addition of the 2 documents.
Okay. Let me ask this for the applicants who are in marriage as a husband and wife. Let's say they won the DV lottery. The moment they're waiting for the answers, for the results, what are you advising them? Like, are they supposed to be ready for anything? Like, okay, maybe they have already won the DV lottery.
Yes.
And they have maybe 4 or 3 kids.
Yes.
Is that okay for them to start preparing for the passports?
Yes.
For the kids?
The day you win, there is the day you win, because you cannot complete the visa form without the passport.
Yeah.
Because also those kids, even if the child is 1 day old, is supposed to have a passport, because in the end they have to have a stamp so they can be allowed to enter in America. Okay. So yes, you have to get, those are the costs which you have to go, because if you are applying as husband and wife, a child doesn't have a passport, doesn't need to have a passport because he's a minor, will be part of it. But if you win, yes, you have to get the passport ready.
Yeah, I wanted to make the people understand there is 2 different things. While you're applying as a husband and wife, you need to have the passport. Yes. Not children's. But the moment that you won, you have to get passport for all of your family,
because they need that one.
Yeah, that is what I wanted them to know.
Yes.
Okay. We as applicants already won the DV lottery. He or she already did the interview. So what next? I know they will give you a little bit of time, like maybe 4 or 3 months.
6 months max.
6 months, okay. For you to get ready.
Yeah.
Are they giving you do they give you the ticket? Do they pay for anything? Or as an applicant, you need to get ready for everything, expenses, for traveling and everything?
I wish they could give something. They don't give you any amount of money. Okay. Because the green card itself is huge. It's more than 2,000, 5,000. Yeah. In the US, people struggle even for 10 years, 15, 20 years to find the opportunity to get that green card, but they don't get it. So US government, when they give you green card, is more than the amount of any money they could give you. Yeah. So ticket is on your own. The money to start your life is on your own. They don't tell you where to go to live in America. They don't tell you or give you the job. It's your responsibility. If you're a millionaire, you don't need it to work. It's good for you. But it's up to you. Once you are there, yes, there are each state, each city, they have their own job centers, or you can go to the staffing agents. You can go apply online. You can find a job. Your host can support you, help you in one way or another. But basically, all the US government is giving you the green card, which is a green light to work to any employer and to live in America without any extra authorization required. So that is huge and is more than flight ticket if they have to give flight ticket. Okay,
I have like 2 strange questions.
Yes.
First of all, I would like to know, as for your experience, does it ever happened for a person who applied for DV lottery and won, and without having a host in America? That first.
Yes.
The second question, is that must to have a host in America? And if you're supposed to have the host, why?
Okay.
And
so
if you don't have, what should a person do?
So the first one, so many people have won DV lottery without having a host or knowing anybody in America. The purpose of the host, when you are filling the visa form, there is no question who is your host. The question is, write the address where you'll be staying in America.
Okay.
The address where they will send the card. So they don't care, but because we are poor, that's why we are looking for someone. Can you host me? Can I stay at your house for a month? But if you have your own money and you rent your apartment and you want before you go to America and you put that address, is allowed. What the US Embassy wants is, where are you going to stay? You're not going to be homeless. And where are we going to send it the actual green card? Because when you are given, it will be a visa stamp on your passport. But when you go there, they'll give you the card in America. So there are so many people have won the DV lottery without. One guy, for instance, won the DV lottery, didn't have, is Tanzanian, was struggling to get someone. So while I was in Tanzania at that time, it was 2016, 2017, 2017, I think. So I connected with a friend of mine.
Okay.
And say, oh, the person can come and stay 1 month, but up to now they have been there together. They live together like for 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is happening. They didn't know each other until I connected them together. There is one person in Zambia who was asking me if I can host, but unfortunately I have someone. So you can find a host on your own. So how to find a host? The biggest part is to win. Once you win, for instance, let's say you are Kenyan. You go to the website, or to go to the Facebook, find the Kenyan diaspora in US, or Kenyan in Texas, Kenyan in whatever. You are Nigerian, or you are Ghana, find the people from West Africa. So you just post it there. I would like to post a question here. I have won the DV lottery and I'm supposed to come to America. I'm looking a place where I can stay for at least a month. Just a place to stay, so someone can agree to use the address and where you can stay there for a month. That's number one. If you are Christian, Anglican, find Anglican church, write to the pastor. If you're Catholic, write to your priest. If you're Muslim, find a mosque and write to imam. The point is, there will be someone who is willing to help you to stay for a month. That's another thing. Or you can just say, oh, I'm from East Africa, can I find someone? And this is the point where I tell people, who do you follow on Instagram? Who do you follow on Twitter? Who do you follow on Facebook? It's okay, not bad, to have Eric Omondi, Diamond, Harmonize, Davido, Alikiba, to follow them, but also follow other people who can add value beyond the entertainment and the gossip. So if you win, because I'm giving example, I know you, if you win to say I can host, it will be easier. Like I do not know from day one, can you host me? I will say no, but if you have chatted online, it helps. And another thing, sometimes you might see, assume you failed to get a host. Someone say, I cannot host you. You can say, in order to complete the visa form, can I use your address? Like you are coming to stay at my address, so I'll put you as a host, but you will not come to stay with me. So the card will send to me, then I'll find whatever address. So you can process the visa like you're coming to me, but once you get the host, wherever, you can find a place to stay. You don't stay with me, but the card will come to me. You are allowed to do that too. Okay. So as long as US Embassy wants to know where you are going to stay, they don't want to come here to come as homeless.
Okay, please help a person who thinks that to apply DV lottery or to have this opportunity to go to America or another country, it's just for educated people. Please, can you help them? Because somebody might think like, okay, this thing is for only educated people. I am not educated. What am I going to do in America? Blah, 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 and stuff like that. Can you help them, please?
Number one, the DV or diversity visa lottery application doesn't care the level of education. Yes, the minimum requirement is at least high school. But what if you don't have high school? You need to have 2 years of qualifying work experience. If you are a mechanic, did you go to a trade school, to vocation training? If you went to vocation training, now where do you work? They look all those kind of things, then you are going to get. I know someone from Uganda was primary school education, was like over 50, and came to America. So number one, the selection of DV lottery doesn't care the level of education. But the related question to that is, can you survive in America if you don't have a degree? Yes. Majority of Americans don't have a degree. I can say over 60%, 70% of Americans don't have a degree. In Africa, we study a lot because that is the only means of surviving is having a degree or having masters. Here it's a normal education, but in America it's a very, very high education. If you find the people with age of 60 and above, in 10 people, 7 to 8, they don't have a degree. Because for them, high school, they finished, they went to the community college, or they went to become mechanic, plumber, or something like that, and they've been working. And someone, even if you go there, your primary education, your job will be maybe carrying the boxes from Amazon, just light boxes from one to another, $15 per hour. Meaning you are going to make nearby 3,000 before overtime in a month. But if you stay in your country with your primary education, I don't believe you'll make more than $200 or $100 per month. So the jobs are there. And you can, after arriving there, you can start. If you didn't have high school, you can take what they call GED. It's just like a equivalence education for high school. You take the test and then you can do your bachelor degree. You can do master's, PhD, whatever you want, you can do that. And even if you study maybe social science here, you are in America and you want to become a doctor, you are allowed. In the US, there is no, oh, I study social science, I cannot become a doctor because I didn't study the combination for science to become a doctor. In the US, you can be anybody, you can go to school and do that.
Okay, I have a funny question.
Yes, please.
Okay, I've been going through some YouTube channels for border patrols and stuff like that.
Yes.
So one of the funny things is, and one of the scary things that I'm always worried about it is carrying some kind of food, carrying some kind of materials which will cause you problem, and you might get yourself, they get you back and take you back to your home country. So I would like to know, but as for me, I won't carry anything, or in Nigerian voice. I won't carry anything because I don't want to be taken back. So I would like to, I know there's this kind of a people who love to
carry some food,
some spices from their home places in different countries, because we're coming from different parts of the Africa. So I would like you to help this kind of a persons who likes to carry such stuffs.
Yes.
What is advantage and disadvantage of that?
Okay.
Maybe it might help someone who is listening right now and who is already planning of carrying some bunch of
fufu and all crazy things.
And all crazy things and stuff. Because like a food, you'll get the food on a plane. That is what I know. So what are you advising about this issue?
So that is a very good question, because number one, on your first time to go to America, whether you're going as a student or you are going as DV lottery winner or traveling, don't carry any type of food. Just make it easy.
Yeah.
That's number one. They're not going to deport you because you came with senene, which is like kind of like a grasshopper, or you decide to carry maybe fish, or you decide to carry maybe cassava to America.
Or plants.
Yes, or plants. They're not going to deport you back. They will take those and destroy them. They're going to throw them away and give you the warning. Okay. Because some of those you can get even a fine, depending. The purpose is not just coming to America. It's a law of almost every country that you are not supposed to bring veggies, plants, all those kind of things, because you are to bring in foreign animals and diseases.
Yes.
And then it can cause any type of trouble. So that is the purpose.
Yeah. Especially Canada, they're very strict.
So for those people who are watching Netflix, there is a TV show called CBP, Customs and Border Protection Officer. So that is a show which is a live, real implementation. They show how they go there and how do they deport someone right from the airport. This one is not, they usually throw away unless otherwise is something very criminal related. I usually try to carry some few things, but after watching that show,
you stopped.
I don't carry anything.
Okay.
So for instance, when I carry the things which are normal. For instance, I can carry stony tangawizi, which is a gingery soda, because I know my wife likes.
Familiar.
It's a familiar. So there are things which are Western. It's easy, you are allowed to carry. If you carry the flour, you are allowed to carry. There are things which are okay to carry them, but don't carry the actual unnecessary type of food. And even if you carry like cassava or whatever, it's just a tiny, don't say you are taking 10 kilograms and you say for use at home. That's the problem. And especially avoid unnecessary things. It's easier to avoid that, just send it through the post office. They send it to you. Is a safer way than going through the airport. Because the airport, there are so much scrutinization compared to the post office, they do that, but the airport, because even if they're not deporting, the first time, assume you won the DV lottery, and the first time they keep you for 2 hours questioning about the local food, which they do not know what is that. It is a necessary bad experience to start in a new country.
For the first time,
Yeah,
okay. Okay. For we ladies, let me ask this.
Yes.
We know that we love, just question, I'm just joking, but I know it might sense somehow. What do you advise to people who thinks like, when you're going to America, you don't have to go with any such kind of clothes and think that you might get a lot of clothes there? And for those who are carrying a lot of clothes, a big luggages, for them to help them to reduce some of the expenses at the airports. What?
Yeah. So first of all, if you are going there as a DV lottery winner, you can carry as much as you can, because technically you are not coming back.
Yeah.
But if you are going as a student, please don't do that, because you'll go with so many things and you end up throwing them away, because you'll buy new things from America to bring back to your home country. So if you are going there for a shorter time, just going there, studying, whatever, carry a few things. But if you are going there permanently as a green card lottery, you're allowed to carry as many possible, because you are allowed to carry 2 luggage of each 23 kilogram, which is 50 pounds. They use pounds, but it's 50. So technically, you are supposed to carry 2 luggages, total of 46 kilogram. That is the underneath checked in luggage, and 1 carry-on luggage, and 1 purse for women, plus the laptop bag, so you have all those kind of things. It's not a lot, but if you are carrying, let's say, even if you're going to live there permanently or wherever, it is easier if you are carrying the African clothing, maybe kitenge, all those kind of traditional clothing, yes. But going there, you are going to have the same second-hand clothing you bought on the store, while the second-hand clothing, they are coming from America, or coming from Europe, they are there too, and they're cheap too. So don't carry too much things. Carry things which you know I might not be able to buy there if I'm going to stay there, and they have sentimental value. But otherwise, don't carry too much. For me, I went with 1 bag and just another one. Even if I knew, for me, I knew I'm not coming back, but I didn't want to carry unnecessary things. But because you spoke about the ladies, I want to add few things for ladies to prepare. It is very, very expensive on the hair care. So if you want to do like your hair, like those dreads, you'll pay about $200.
I know.
So that is very, very expensive. So you have to know how to do yourself, or to create like those hats, whatever you carry, a wig, whatever, those kind of things. You do that. You have to know how to make your own hair, to braid your own hair. Braiding the hair can be $100 or $150. Doing yourself, easy. But doing to other people, that will help you a lot to get extra cash. So while it is $100, you can charge you $50, and you can do quickly on the side. You can be able to get some extra money. So that is helping a lot, because hair products, people working in the salon, they make a lot. So if you do not know how to make your own hair, please do that for your sake. Otherwise, you'll come to spend a lot of money.
Start to learn, ladies. Start to learn how to make it. So let's discuss about financial issues in America and about saving for a person who is expecting to be there in America. What do you advise him or her about savings and financial? Because I know it's very different from Africa into America. I know it's very, very different. Yes. Very different, and even the lifestyle it's not normal as we think, as we see on TV shows. So what is your opinion about this? Yeah,
first of all, this is the fact, but I know people they might pretend they know. In Africa, unfortunately, we are not used to live on the budget. The day you get the salary, you go to the bar, just give the table like how we are.
Round,
the entire round, without having any plan for the next of the month.
Yeah.
That's why majority of us, apart from, yes, the salary is not small, it's not big, but majority of us to go more than 20 days with your salary is very difficult. So that is the big challenge. So majority of us are not used to do with the budgeting because how we live, if I don't have the money, I can come to borrow from you, or I can go to my neighbor, or I can go and get some mango, or I can have tomatoes at my house. But there you don't have any of those. You don't have someone to go and borrow the money. If you want to borrow the money, borrow from the bank. So for that particular case, once you get the money, it's supposed to enter for the entire month. And everything over there is determined. Here, if I don't have money, I don't buy the bundle for the minutes or for the internet for my phone. I don't. But there, per month, whether I'm using, whether I'm not using, I pay this amount. Is the agreement maybe is $50, $70, you pay per month. Electricity, it depends on how you use, but average, you know, this amount. Rent is this one, this day is the rent day. So everything is predetermined, you know for sure. So if you start doing crazy things, you are going to be in trouble. That's why over there, someone is going to work, has to carry the food from home. We don't eat in the restaurant like here, like, oh, it's lunchtime, let me go to eat in the restaurant. We don't have that money. You carry the food from your own, you go to the office, they have fridge, they have microwave to heat your food, and then you eat. So everybody there is saving, so that you can be able to sustain your normal life. So that is number one. You have to know the budgeting, you have to start being on that budgeting. The second part is to make a decision. Am I staying in America forever, or I'm going to invest back in Africa or in your own country? Because if you say I'm going to stay in America forever, that means you have to, the program you're going to study, the type of investment, if you want to do business, it has to be American-minded, focused research. If you say I'm going to do in Africa, you know for sure, let me do how much and whatever. But if you're in half, you do not know whatever, you'll be starting, oh, can I start building the house in my home country? And then at the same time, you do not know you're investing in America. So you are splitting resources. And you are building your home because you are not planning to come to live in Africa. Oh, I'll be staying when I go to visit there. That's good. How many times do you go in 5 years? Maybe once or twice. So are you building the house to stay in that house for 5 days in a month? And in 5 years? No.
Then you're coming back,
Yeah, so you have to make that decision quick so that it can help you to focus on your goals and how you use the money. And another thing about the money is how to invest the money. How do you buy stocks? How do you save on your retirement? Because over there from day one, you have to think about retirement. Otherwise, even if, yes, you are African, but trust me, the kids born in America, your kids will be American. They will put you to the elderly center. They don't care, they have their own life. So prepare yourself, have your own money, so that when you retire with happiness. So that is something else also to think about. But overall, there are so much expenses, but the money is there. You get the money and the money goes out. So you have to have a spirit of working harder and saving at the same time. Sometimes you are in Africa, you have so many ways on how to save, but majority of people, they don't save much, unless otherwise those people have those groups like SACCO or called SACCOs, depending on the country. Those kind of small groups helps a lot. In America, we don't have those. So your money is in the bank. So those are the things I can say you can try to look and be more, not stingy, but just more about mindful of your money and how you use it. And if I want to buy something, is it worth it to buy it? Because there are so much stuff to buy.
And if it's necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. Lastly, I would like you to tell us more about credit cards, because I've been going through a lot of interviews on YouTube channel, and they've been talking about when you get in America, they'll give you credit cards. So if you don't, though I had one of your interview with Angel Bernard, like you've been talking about their credit cards, and she was saying like, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll get yourself in trouble. So can you tell us just a little bit about it?
Yes.
Because here in Africa, we obviously use cash, and you know, that is a problem for us. Not all of the people they have most of them, they don't have this experience of using cards. So
Yes.
can you tell us just a little bit about credit
Yes,
cards?
so there are debits and the credit.
Yeah.
Debit is the money in the bank, your actual money you put in the bank. Yes, you have the card. Credit card, just like a credit, is just like a loan. But that loan, that amount of money is loaded into your card. So when you are there, people tend to have credit cards. Why, first of all, is technically a must for you to have a credit card? Because in order to have a very good job, your employer will look at your credit score.
Okay.
My credit score is a number between 300 to 850. That is the number on how they can trust you with the money usage and the money, overall with the use of money.
Okay.
Here, as you said, you are using cash. If I borrow the money from you today, I don't pay back, I go to the next friend, I don't pay back, you will talk and say, this guy, if borrows the money from you, doesn't pay you. So if I go to the third person, the words will go to the third person, then you will not borrow, I will not be able to borrow the money.
Yeah.
So, but in the US, we don't have neighbors of that nature to go friend to a friend. So they establish the system, banks talk together.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a good job, they look like this person having a lot of debt. So that if you have a lot of debt, you will be a corrupt person or will be stealing the money. If you want to get into apartment, to rent an apartment, they are looking, are you able to pay? They are looking on the credit score. If you want to buy a house, they are looking with the credit score. If you want to go to buy a vehicle, like a loan, you have to credit score. So credit score is everything. Okay. And it doesn't matter whether you're black, whether you're white. There is a way on how to use it. Let me give you an example. So one of the way, I mean, obviously there is a credit card. If you don't pay your bills like electricity, whatever, they report you. So any bill you have, you don't pay, they report you, this person is defaulting, so it's going to be negative. And accepting more debit credit card is hurting you. Why? Because you are borrowing, you are going to borrow the money from so many companies, you are not reliable. And then let's say you have a credit card of 1,000 US dollar is limit, maximum. And you use 985. That means this person is not reliable, has used the entire loan up to the end. So when you are given the credit card, there are tricks. Number one, don't use up to a half, so that you can have bigger balance, that you have the money, but you are not spending randomly. Secondly, if there is a minimum, they say pay maybe $20 per month, pay 21, 22, 23. The machine says this person pays more than a minimum. So the point is, wherever you have the credit card, you have to pay on time. You have any obligation, phone bill, whatever bill, you have to pay on time as required. But as I said, if you add even $1, it reads that you are paid more than minimum. That is another way. But because we do not know that, so as immigrants we go there, oh, credit card, you accept one, you take another one, you are taking the date to, you find a girl, you take the date to the movie theater, whatever. The credit card is not for date. Credit card is not to go to buy Jordan shoes. Credit card is just, use the credit card as a technique on how you can build your score. And especially for immigrant, you just came there, you were started negative, like you don't have a credit at all. While you find a 25-year-old kid in America already has over 10 years of credit score or credit history. So you don't need to just have a credit card, especially brand new immigrant, to build a score. Not just to use that money as a free money, because you have a very big trouble down the road.
Okay, thank you so much. No more questions?
No more question?
I'll get back to you if I had more. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate for you spend time with EBM scholars on the show and being one among the people who have been very, very supportive.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can't wait to see you in America as a DV2023 winner.
Yeah, thank you.